up for these little ones. Not point out the fake ones, because we know who's the real ones. People don't want to be humble, so they gotta be humble. You ain't kicking no game, you causing people to stumble. Stop thanking God for start God and bless. The devil elevated you. That's not real success. But you still got time if you start to get the picture. It's best to do it now. If not, death gonna deal with you. I need to know. I believe you said this on a different interview. He said, New Orleans is not my stomping grounds. Right. The earth is your turf. And your message is so important that I want you to be aware. Like, you know what? Don't stop, but let's get everybody, because everybody deserves to hear your message. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deserves it. Like I said, I know for a fact. Once you make it there, you're done with the hood. Especially if you got a hit record, you got lifestyle, you got fun. He's actually done things in hip hop. And I don't think he was coming at you. I think that was his bass and his voice. Like, you ever hang out with a Brooklyn person? The Brooklyn person will offend you. That's how it is. And so that's what I want you to understand. Like, I want you to know everybody ain't against you. And especially the people who disagree with you, they just might need that common ground, or they need to be taught that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been righteous. I know this. I know your message. I know it's needed. You know what I'm saying? I know it's needed, and I know it should. So that's the reason why I'm saying I want you to be careful. Not like you ain't doing the right thing, but be careful, because I don't want you to be alienating people. You know what I mean? Like, the church is for everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And we're live.
Hey,
We're official. Now this means we ain't on. I just let people know that we're doing this here, and that we're not on what you call it. We're not on IG. And to be honest with you, I would prefer not to be on IG doing this shit going forward. I really think that shit is. I just think it's a waste of time. I don't think the kind of. I don't think they give us exposure there. I think they hamper our exposure over there. For real, for real. I mean, they don't even alert you when I go live over there. So fuck them. This is where it's at. We on YouTube. What's happening, son? What's going on, man?
man, just chilling.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, we are We Poppin' Son. I am your co-host comedian Todd Mills. That is Kavari the Mind Plug. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Kavari the Mind Plug, aka The Last Laugher. That's my son, comedian Tom Mills. We've been doing this now for 35 months. 35 months we've been doing this. And what we do is we go live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? And we are also being distributed on iHeartRadio, WPAM, Blazing 420 WPAM. And we are expanding, as much as we can. We talk about, what type of shit we talk about, son?
We talk about everything. We talk about what's going on with between us. We talk about your past as retired kingpin, and
You breaking up? Yep.
that Hip Hop Weekly. Just all your many adventures, and then my journey as you made this transition, and then me coming into myself as a young man and doing comedy and growing in my own networking endeavors.
Yeah. Becoming a
So we
father.
talk about things, yeah, things like that, like me
Yeah.
becoming a
Yeah.
father, him becoming a grandfather, again and
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Yeah. It's this what makes our platform unique in my mind is that we are we're not just father and son by blood, but we're father and son, in real way. Like I raised mine, like from baby. You dig? Like this is the little fucker right here at 5 years old in Times Square. All right. And this him and me in front of my drop top RX-7 with the BBs. This is me and his brother, Cavario Jr. in Little Italy at uh the spot, the Italian joint in a Little Italy, the spot that was right across the street from John Gotti spot. Here you go again, me and you in Times Square on another day. You know what I mean? So like it's unfortunate, but it's a fact that not very many melanated fathers and their sons get to spend a lifetime together. And in the instances that they do, come to a point in their we're both adults now, right? I'm only 18 years older than him. And so I did a lot of growing up with him present. And that is a unique dynamic in that he got to see me go from one total different condition as a street person, as a hardcore, street person, and then to evolve into a more mainstream person, a journalist, an author. If you're not familiar with me, like he said, I created Don Diva magazine. I co-founded that with a young lady who served as his stepmother for many years when we were together, and and another young lady who became friends of ours, Susan Hampstead, and the three of us created that publication. And this, I was working on this, my journal, and it became my autobiography. Raised by Wolves was the first book that I published, and I published several other books. I have my third one with me here, also Old Gangsters and Young Guns. This is actually like a collective of the top stories from Don Diva magazine, Old Gangsters and Young Guns. You can get those on my website. That's the mindplugacademy.com, in case you don't know. But we have had the opportunity to really spend a lot of time together. I didn't go to nobody's jail. I didn't disappear for no period of time. My sons was raised in my home with me. And so, we have had a very relative to our contemporaries, other, melanated males with who have their sons and who have their fathers. We've had a very, very unique experience, because he got to watch me go from one extreme condition to a whole other thing, which is that's a very rare experience. I don't know personally of any other that I know of or am aware of, whether I know them or not, that kind of a dynamic exists. So he's a professional comedian, right? What are you doing right now? Where you at?
I'm in Georgia, but I'm at East Point, but I'm about to go down to Lennox Station. We got the movie premiere for Departments at
What? Oh, word.
yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. So tell us about departments, because you're working on that for a while, and then you stopped. Uh,
It, this the
Tip
second.
Tip
It's
Ti started doing the comedian thing, right?
Yeah, it's the movie that he done produced, and he got all these comedians in it from Atlanta and surrounding areas. You know,
Who's in it?
it's an Atlanta story. Like Carlos Miller, all the 85 South characters. Carlos Miller, DC Young Fly, Kelly K. Dub Walker, Nav Green, Throwed Off Juan. King is in it. You know, his
K
son
Dub.
King. And I was saying King. His son King. His
Oh,
son King
King.
is one of the main stars, main characters. Henry Welch. Just all the comedians you done seen and you done met. Like he done.
Drewski in there.
Nah, Drewski not in it.
Okay.
Nah, Drewski not in it.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And you're in it, of course. Comedian Time
Yeah,
Mills.
I'm in it.
Yeah.
Moneybag Mafia. Yeah,
And it. So, what is it about?
it's about it's like Atlanta apartments. It's like how the
Oh,
chaos happened in the
a
hood.
lot,
Like the
a lot of
candy
venereal
lady,
disease. Now,
you know, the
a lot of
candy
open
lady,
carry.
the local drug dealers that's getting into the mayhem, the local water boys that's scamming and plotting, and how everybody is has their own thing that they got going on, but they all live in the community and they work together and care about each other. Something happens in the community where everybody has to step up, or somebody does something and people come together and they show that we're not just one person.
Right.
That type of thing.
Right. Right. That's the Atlanta. When we first moved to Atlanta, uh, I bought the first house there in '96. Right. Summer of '96. A couple of months before the Olympics got there, and the Atlanta. See, I started coming to Atlanta in like '92. I think the first time I went there was for my whatever birthday that would have been, 24, something like that, 92. All right, let me see. In '87, I turned 20. So 25th, my 25th birthday. So my 25th birthday, word? Really? Yeah? No, can't be. Because I was 24 when your grandmother passed? Maybe so. Yeah, I guess so, right? So anyway, um, when we got there, I had been coming there for years, right? And the thing that struck me about Atlanta was the camaraderie. Uh, During that time, Tip wasn't on the scene yet. He wasn't out yet, but Goody was popping. A lot of local legendary acts were doing their thing and all that. What happened? Lost you. Where you at? Can't see you no more. Can't see. I can't see. Where the fuck you go? Oh, bootleg ass motherfucker. Bootleg ass fool. Oh, bootleg. What here? Oh, there you go. What happened?
Somebody called me.
Oh, that's how that go. So when you doing this, maybe we should put our phones on airplane mode. But would that disable the connection? Airplane mode?
Yes.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So tell those motherfuckers
What's
you in the
that?
lab at this time. You know
It's
what
a
I mean?
hummingbird.
But the you seeing things? You still taking those hallucinogens?
Nah, a hummingbird just hummed right by me. He stood right there, floated right here to the right, and was like, "All right, I see you live." And then he, hummed his ass down the street.
It's crazy that this shit should be like this. Doing a million miles an hour, their wings is
Yeah.
moving, they just be sitting there just looking at you. I just came out the yard where I runs into everything. I'm a farmer for y'all that don't know. My wife and I, we own a farm here in South Carolina. And bless up Kevin Gerard 4268 in the live. So or is that Kelvin? I think that's Kelvin. So
That's Kwanzaa.
that's Quans?
Hell yeah, I heard, yeah, K
Is it?
Gerard, Kwanzaa Gerard. That's Kelvin.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay. What up, Quans? What's going on? It's Kelvin Gerard 4268. Is that you, Quans? It is. It is Quans. You're right. So uh who when I got well, let me finish this. When we got there, everybody was so like supportive of one another. It wasn't like New York where everybody was more so, we came up with the crew mentality. So, my crew against your crew, not like that. And not necessarily in a combative, violent way or whatever. Cause I'm an original B-boy, pop locker and all that shit from the '70s and all that graffiti writing and all that, whatever. So we had graffiti crews, TAT, me, my man Ram one, my man Tape one. we were under guys like Saw 167 and Bear 167 and Said Deuce. Said Deuce is the one that started me writing. Crane, Dobie, those guys. So that was the Death Squad. That was TMT and all that, just graffiti shit, whatever. So we had teams and crews. We had our B-boy teams, and so we had that kind of. New York has always been highly, highly competitive, whatever. And you do y'all do your thing, we do our thing, and that's what it is. And Atlanta wasn't like that. Like they had their cliques, but they also supported one another, especially when it came to insane shit. So that was the vibe that I dug about Atlanta. Really, really dug it. The Club Kaya days, Club Kaya, Original 112, 559. Oh man, like off the top of my head, Gentlemen's Club, Jazzy Tees, oh man, so like a lot of dope spots, a lot of dope spots, right? And a lot of love and vibe and all that, and to see what's happening now, to see that seeming to come back, I like that, man. It's a good damn look. It's a good fucking look, for real. I fucks with that. Who wrote the Apartments? Who wrote it? Okay.
What'd you say?
Who wrote the Apartments?
DC Young Fly and Tip. DC Young Fly Tip.
Oh,
But we
okay,
in
that should
part.
be
This is
good.
part 2. So the first one, I think it was released on Prime. This one they released on a network called All Black.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
You got to find out as much as you can about that, because we're going to be looking for platforms that we would prefer to be black. I'm tired of feeding our opposition's platforms with our creativity and our content. I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of doing that. I'm fucking weary of it. So find out about that all black shit. Maybe it's actually owned by all black people. Maybe. You never know. But definitely, man. So there was something that I came across. I hit you about it earlier, right? It's like some of the stuff that we talk about, right? Let me see. And your cousin to the train yard, big train. Oh, your cousin went with us to the train yard? That's crazy. Yeah, we used to hit the D's, the D line, the 2s and the 5s. Mostly, D, 2s, 5s, that was our line, But
They used to stay dirty. Them trains used to stay
your
full of
brother.
graffiti. I remember that shit as a kid. And those is the trains that if they hit the light, all the lights would go out on the car.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, we used to do all that wild shit. Walk on the top of the trains, all type of shit. Hide inside the seats because the seats just lift up. You can get inside and hide in the seats and creep into the fucking whatchamacallit. But don't fuck around and get clicked. That fucking thing click closed. You can't open it from the inside. You be assed out. With Gig, get the fuck out of here. You know my cousin Gig? Get out of Dodge. Yo, Quans, you be bugging me out, dog. You be bugging me the fuck out. So, there was something I came across earlier in this, although, we talk about a lot of different shit, like, superseding indictment on Dirk. That boy is going, he's going to ADX. He's going to ADX, bro. So wait, who's your brother, bro? Who's your brother, Quans? So, they just
Gig.
hit
He
him with
said
a
Gig.
Gig is not his brother. Gig got one. Well, Gig only has one brother by his mother Diane, and that's Mikey. So he's not Gig's brother. Maybe Gig was a friend of his brother's or something like that. What are you talking about, bro? Oh, not my blood brother. Oh, okay. I didn't even know you knew Gig, dog. Word up. I didn't even know you knew Gig, bro. Like you talking about some Gig and I got arrested together on the train, on the D train, writing graffiti during fucking rush hour one day. So there's a million people on the motherfucking train, and we just leaning over people, writing all over them and shit. I'm looking for a picture of me and Gig. I wouldn't. This is gonna be all our stuff. This me and Ty and my other sons. But yeah, man, me and Gig, man, we got into a lot of trouble together, man. That's the first time I smoked some motherfucking Fanta. I was 10 years old. I snatched the joint out of Gig's hand, and he was smoking with this older Rasta in our neighborhood named Kelly in the park across the street. And I snatched the joint. You know, I was a wild little motherfucker. I snatched the joint and run. And I'm like, yeah, I'm laughing at shit. He's like, yo, Bruce. That's my middle name. So people called me Bruce when I was a kid. Because I used to karate people all the fucking time. So I grabbed the joint and went to hit it, and he was like, no. And I went, that shit almost fucking killed me. Kelly, get the fuck out of here. That's you, Kelly? That's Kelly. Blood clot. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy right there, yo. That's my motherfucking bro right there, bro. Kelly. That's not Kwanzaa, bro. That's Kelly. That's Kelly. That's my childhood friend. Get the fuck out of here, man. Wow. I mean, he's the big homie. He's older than me. Like, he's older than me and Gig. And Gig is older than me about 2 years. God damn, Kelly. You remember that day I almost choked myself to death in the motherfucking park, snatched that goddamn joint with that motherfucking, wrapped in that goddamn Fanta? I almost knocked myself off. That nigga Gig was getting it down. He's like, oh, his mother's gonna kill me. She's gonna murder me. Wow, Kelly, how you doing, bro? Man, that's crazy. I never would have imagined that you would be on YouTube. I never would imagine that. You know, I ran into Junie one day, bro, in the Bronx. He was working. He was working. He was on a sanitation truck. He's working and shit. That's crazy, bro. It's so good to hear that you're well, brother. It's so good to hear you're well. You still here in the States? You still in the States? You still in the United States? You're back in yard. That's crazy. That's what's up. Yeah, me and him took a picture that day. We took a picture that day. You do me a favor, man. Email me so I can give you my contact and connect with you. Are you in New York? That's what's up. I'll be up there. I'm supposed to be up there right now. They having a party tonight at my man Don Pooh's spot downtown. But I could not get away. But I'll be up there in like the top of next week, bro. I'm definitely pulling up on you. For real. My email is what is my email? BotPub. My email is B as in Bruce, O as in Oscar, P as in Paul, P as in Paul. Oh, you are Kwanzaa. Bro, that's crazy. You've been Kwanzaa all this time. That is crazy to me, bro. That's crazy. Wow, bro. Wow, that's crazy. Wow, my mind is a bit blown right now, for real. Like, this is crazy. Y'all have no idea who this guy is to me, man. Like, for real, man. This is one of my dear loved ones, man. This guy knows me in a way that not very many people who are still alive know me, bro. He's known me since I was like 10 years old, 9 years old, bro. It's like he's known me over 50 years, bro. That's fucking insane. That's insane to me. Wow. I made it. How about that? He didn't say it was gonna happen. Did he? That little crazy motherfucker is gonna get killed. He gonna die. He gonna kill himself. It wasn't like they thought somebody was gonna kill me. It's like he sure did watch me grow up. He's like, yo, he's going to kill himself. He is crazy as fuck. This motherfucker is doing wheelies for fucking blocks and blocks and blocks in the middle of the street going against traffic, daring cars to him. Like, this motherfucker is jumping from one building, one fucking roof to another roof. Like, this motherfucker is wild and crazy as motherfucker. I was wild as fuck. He said, we thought you were crazy. Yeah, I was kind of crazy, bro. Like, I was fucking death struck. I was absolutely death struck. But you know what I think it did? I think that having gotten all of that outrageous, out of control behavior out of me early, I came into contact with a lot of extreme relative to my life. I was a kid. So what would be extreme for a kid? Extreme outcomes. I was learning hard lessons early because every day I came in with something busted up, something split, something cut every fucking day, every day. Because I would dare do anything. Like I was the kid you couldn't dare. Don't dare me to do shit. Don't dare me. I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it. You know, I was wild as fuck. You know, man, bro, you got my book. You have Raised by Wolves? Yo, you gotta read Raised by Wolves, bro. You gotta read Raised by Wolves. For real, for real. Like this, you will really appreciate this book, man. I thought there was a picture of me and Gig. I think in the E version, I got like a bunch of pictures in the E version, like 40 pictures. And Gig is definitely in those. I was just with Gig New Year's Eve, this past New Year's Eve. We brought the New Year in together. You know, yeah, Gig is good. He gave me this beautiful watch. He has a watch line. Gave me this beautiful watch and shit. But man, it's yeah, man. I made it. I fucking made it, man. I'm alive. I'm healthy. I'm free. You know, I'm well adjusted. Who knew, right? Who the fuck knew? Oh, that's what's up. I appreciate that. So what'd you think? He said he got the book. What'd you think? What'd you think of the book? You know, if you got a chance to read it, what you think of it? So Ty, so something that I came across that I wanted to mention, man, that you know, this is kind of what like while y'all slept type shit, right? Um, the feds have basically, and I want to make sure I don't misquote this or you know misframe this, right? So the feds have announced that they will not be tracking police misconduct, police misconduct cases anymore. That's Trump shit. This is y'all got to understand something. Trump would be in jail right now if Elon Musk hadn't rigged it for him to win the election. He'd be in prison right now, and he'd be in debt to here right now, right? He got a bunch of debt, a mountain of debt that's being held back like a wall of water, like an ocean, because of his position and so forth, right? That's why he's been grifting and scamming and scheming and stealing and lying and cheating, trying to get his money up and all of that. You know what I mean? But yes, the federal government did announce a police misconduct tracking system to in December 2023. The Justice Department launched a National Law Enforcement Accountability Database, right, which recorded instances of misconduct for federal law enforcement officers. In a later development, the Department of Justice said in February 2025 that the database was being shut down and decommissioned. Now, this is 1 month after that cocksucker got in office. Decommissioned after President Trump revoked the Biden era order that created it. All right. So without this database, you wouldn't have gotten the Floyd. What was his name? Floyd. What was his name? Huh?
Mayweather,
No.
George Floyd.
Floyd, the guy who was apparently choked to death asphyxiated by the cop,
George
George
Floyd.
Floyd, right? You wouldn't have gotten that case prosecuted. You wouldn't have got the Sandra Bland case prosecuted. Any of those cases, you wouldn't have, yeah, like, none of those things would have come to the forefront, right? And there wouldn't have been any action behind those. The reason dude is doing that shit is because what he wants is for people to he basically wants to create a private army that will enable him to he's going to try to stop these midterms, because when these midterms happen, he's done. The Republican Party is done. and he's done, right? Then there's going to be investigations. And when the investigations come, it's a wrap. Him and his whole cabinet and his sons and his son-in-law, probably his daughter, they're all going to be in a whirl of fucking shit. Seriously. It's going to be one of the biggest fucking scandals, if not the biggest scandal of this country's um, tumultuous fucking history. You dig? But these are the things that I would like our people to be more in tune with because of the fact that these things are impacting our lives. But I saw something the other day. I think India Irie was talking about how she had been misrepresented in this whole Miami shit, right? Whatever that girl's Miami name is, and how she was being, it was being said that she was calling for a boycott of the girl's song. She's like, I didn't call for a boycott of the girl's song. She commented on a post that someone else made about boycotting, right? She didn't voice or boycotting. But she was saying that she doesn't believe uh, that there is any universal. No, she wasn't the one that said that. She said, I don't try anymore to tell people what I think they should do. I don't try to use my position on my platform to try and tell my people what I think they should do. I do what I think I should do. And I just let people do whatever they're going to do. That's basically saying there is no helping you niggas. That's what it's saying. Can we say that on YouTube? YouTube got some different rules and shit. All right, can we say ain't no helping you niggas on YouTube? But ain't no helping you niggas. All on YouTube. That's what it is. Like for real.
What's crazy is you can't say nothing that's corrective. And the fact that she said something correct, young Miami, the females weaponize. I call them the bird brigade, and they weaponize, and then like, oh, you just hating on people. Fun, y'all was making music that they were saying stuff worse. Where it's like, what you saying doesn't take away from my point. You only prove it. And because there's less parody in music, there's only more of the debaucherous songs being highlighted. So there's more people on the bullshit. Hence that what I'm saying and what you're doing further just proving my point. But if you want to just take it as a weaponized attack in the space where you could just be like, I can be the victim and we're gonna use this as a space to come out and extra support the bullshit, then go ahead. Because none of this benefits me.
This is a fact. You know, remember all those lives that I did back in like 18 or 19, something like that, where I talked about different things that go on with the mind. And I did about maybe 4 episodes about sonics, right? The impact of music on people's minds. And I explained the neurobiology, the parts of the brain that specifically are impacted by certain frequencies and vibrations. And when I say frequencies and vibrations, I'm not just talking about the music part. I'm also talking about the words, and maybe even especially talking about the words. The words have a frequency. Each, just like you hit a chord on a guitar and it's like "Bang," and that it resonates at a certain frequency, and that frequency has a certain like impact. Well, words are like that too. The words that are coming out of my mouth right now, they have, it's not just, you're not just understanding the words or not. You are also dealing with, there's a part of your brain that's dealing with the frequency of the word. And each word has its own frequency. It's like it has its own vibration. and there are a series of vibrations within a single word, and there are a series of vibrations that happen from one word to the next. And yeah, another call. And so when you have a series of words, each with their own
I
frequency,
didn't. Was
and then
I didn't. Hold. I don't mean to cut you off for a second, but
okay.
I didn't get another call. It just blanked out the app, and then I I came back to the app, and I went to go start another live because I thought we got kicked off, and it said resume the live, and it just jumped me right back in,
Oh yeah, we they
which I
gotta
love.
y'all gotta give us some grace because this is our first time actually. We've been talking about doing it like this, but this is our first time actually doing it like this. So, and I don't like he's able to do it. He was able to initiate it where we're able to do this together, but I don't have, even though I don't 20 something thousand, I've had 20 something thousand subscribers on here for 8 years. I stopped fucking with YouTube because they're all some bullshit. All of it's some bullshit. You know what I mean? We're doing the best we can with the tools we have available to us until we're able to build better tools that we, one, have control over, and two, own, right? Which I guess is the same as having control over it, presumably. But the the vibrations of a sequence of words is essentially what is meant by casting a spell. A dude can cast a spell on a chick by bringing his voice to a certain level and saying a certain amount of words, like, baby, I know I really been thinking about you a lot, and I really want to do something real special with you. I want to do something. I want to do more than, just be your man. I want to be your everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like the tone, the words, she hears them, but because of the resonance and the vibration in each word and the 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 rhythm that they create together, she feels them. If he can bring it across like that, that's casting a spell. He's casting a spell. He's casting a spell. Trump casted a spell on those largely incestuous, inbred, low IQ, cave-born, uneducated, fourth grade level comprehension masses that relate to him because they lack the galactic chemical of the gods. That's why he was able to say, I love the uneducated with his little tiny ass hands. I love the uneducated. And they like, yeah, that's us, the uneducated. We love that you love us being uneducated. Like it's a spell. I think that sometimes people probably wonder, like, why something like that matters. Why does it matter? Or what difference does it make to know these kinds of things? It makes a fucking difference. It makes the same difference that it would make for you to say be out at a club and you got on your jewelry and all that and whatever and you're on a spot and you vibing, you got your company, the people you want to be around, and y'all doing what y'all want to do. You drinking the finest, smoking the finest, or whatever you like to do, dancing and partying, all of that. And then you happen to just catch a glimpse of somebody off on the side somewhere going like this. And you say something to somebody, and they look at you, whatever. And you see that. You become aware of that. You start picking up on that frequency and that vibration. You can't hear what they're saying, but you're picking up on the frequency that they're resonating. And because you are now aware of that frequency, of the intent behind that frequency, you're now able to make a decision, presumably, you got some wherewithal about you, about what it is you need to do. So, what I'm saying is being able to know these things, to be aware of these things, and to learn how they work is it's a tool to manage your existence, to be able to defend your motherfucking self. You know, like uh people like to say random shit like no weapon forms against me so prosper. And a lot of times I think people be saying that shit because they don't know what else to say. All they know is oh shit, like something's at me, somebody trying to get at me, whatever, whatever, and I don't know what to do. So, I never go to church and I don't read the Bible and I haven't really been religious since my mother stopped making me go to church, but when it all comes down to it, when I don't have anything else to lean on, I revert back to my origins, and my origins is I'm a church boy, so no weapon formed against me so prosper. Please, because you don't have no other fucking tools to work with. You don't have understanding. You don't have awareness. So you don't know what else to do. But if you were tuned into, you froze. You froze, sir. If you were tuned into these other things, these other aspects of life, this other information. When I say other, I mean other than what's happening with Lil Durk, what's happening with Pooh Shiesty.
My phone is hot.
Oh,
I figured it out. My phone is hot. That's why this shit keep
trying to cool itself
doing
off.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
why don't you just put the AC on and close windows?
because we just stopped and was getting gas. Nigga,
Oh,
why did you put the AC on to close the windows?
I did. My windows are closed. The AC is on. You don't see me sweating. You don't see my phone over there going. You don't see my chick blinking out, motherfucker. So, that's why, man. That's why the information. Look, this nigga pop his shit. You got me hanging out the window. That's what you do. You hang your father out the window. Ain't that a bitch? So that's why this shit is important. You know, that it's not important for you to know what the fuck is going on with Pooh Shiesty's case. Y'all just y'all tune into that type of shit because it's low hanging fruit. You can sit around, cut your brain off, watch them off on YouTube talk about who's gonna got made some millions and now they locked the fuck up and likely won't ever get out again, and just listen to what they say and half-ass regurgitate, repeat what they say when you run into one another on the block or whatever have you, and act like you got something to talk about. But in those kinds of connections, those kinds of meetups and kick its and all of that, on average, if they are entertaining that kind of stuff, giving their time and attention to that kind of stuff, if you ask them, what is your plan? Pooh Shiesty is going to grow old in prison. Lil Durk is going to grow old in ADX if reality persists. What are you going to do? You're going to keep finding new people's business to mind while your business just gets dwindled down to nothing. They'll, I mean, unless you die, nigga, you're going to get older, period. And I know a lot of y'all are slow, but you ain't that fucking slow. You do know how the life works, right? If you don't die, you will get older, right? So if you don't start making some type of plans for the inevitability, the eventuality of getting older, you're going to find yourself one day with more time behind you than you have in front of you, and not much time to get yourself together. Now, you may not have nobody else to tell you no shit like that, but I'm telling you. So you won't be able to say, nobody told me. Yeah, nigga, I'm telling you right now, get your shit together. Stop minding people's business who don't even know you exist, don't give a fuck about you. Stop it. Stop it. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Start paying attention to what the fuck is really going on, to what really matters. Otherwise, like I've said to my son before, bro, I see the unaliving thing, I see that becoming well, I mean, shit. In the time that I've been saying it, the numbers have increased. It's happening more and more and more. I mean, what do you think niggas K2ing and pill popping and smoking till they fucking lungs collapse and drinking till they goddamn liver fall out their ass? Like, what do you think that's about? It's suicide, nigga. Motherfucker trying to kill himself. This nigga trying to escape. Trying to look cool doing it. That's what's happening. You know what I mean? And even to be able to do that, you need some degree of means. You need some, you got to have something going on so you can afford to do that and look good while you're doing it. But the less preparation, the less building you do, the less means you have access to. And that means the less ability you have to keep up this fancy self-killing thing that you're doing. And before you know it, you just one of them people you thought you would never be, standing around a liquor store, hanging out at the gas station. Then motherfucker ever said, when I get about 35, 40 years old, I think I'm gonna just kind of call it a day and spend the remainder of my life hanging out in front of the liquor store at the gas station and shit. That's what I'm gonna do. Ain't near motherfucker plan that. Not one. So how it happened? How so many people end up like that if not one person planned it? How do you think it happened? Motherfuckers thinking that it can't happen. That's how. And it's gonna be a whole lot more of that if motherfuckers keep on paying attention to shit that don't pay them. Mind the business that pays you, bro. Sis. Stop acting like a retard. You know what I mean? What you laughing at, Tom?
Hey, I'm kind of liking the adjustment to YouTube. The fact they not kicking us off when it mess up. It's crazy out here. Society is crazy. I don't really know what to say or really thought. People don't know where to go. Just the conversations and the amount of influence.
What you breaking up? You breaking up? You breaking up? You break it. You freeze it. I don't. Yeah, you freeze it. I don't. I don't think that. I don't think. Yeah. Kelly saying you breaking up. I don't think that going forward that you should be in motion because you're totally freezing right now. For real, for real. You're totally freezing. Are you seeing me like when you freeze? Do you still have visibility to me?
You coming through? No, ain't no stop or pause, and
So
you coming through.
So I think that going forward, you have to be stable because of the inconsistency of the signal. But I like this format better too. What I don't know is, are we able to bring other parties in? Like we wanted to bring a third party in, like we do on Instagram. Can we do that here? Yeah, that's something we could do.
I believe so. I believe we should be
I
able
see
to.
a
If
box
somebody
right here.
tries to invite themselves.
Nah. Oh, look, check this out. We can do shit like this. Can we do that? No, I don't know. There we go. So we can do shit like that. That's cool. I like that. Be able to do shit like that. You know what I mean? It's me and my boys. You know what I'm talking about? Me and my boys. Look at that. This motherfucker. Right there. That's that. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna work this out. We're gonna figure this out, but we're gonna keep on pushing and we're gonna keep on pulling, more and more uh, uh, out of this process and this idea. We Poppin' Son talk show is something that I believe has limitless expandability, bro. And I look forward to be able to like bring Two Chains and his son on, and have them kick it, fuck around and bring Ice Cube and his son on, Magic Johnson and his. Uh, anyway, you get the idea.
Magic Johnson.
But I believe that we could push this thing, bro. And this and I don't know if you are focusing on uh the project, you know what I mean, but in terms of our project, but I believe that project can be very impactful as well, for fathers and sons across the board. You feel me? Um I do want to be able to bring guests in and stuff like that. I don't want to get on no like the type of shit like talking about something that's happening at that time to any great degree because that dates the show. So somebody come across and be like, oh, this is old. That's because that's over now. I don't believe in that. When I was doing Don Diva, the way I did things, the way I did the interviews and stuff like that, I made sure that the kind of conversations I was having were not time sensitive. So I was talking to rappers not about the album they about to drop, but about their real life, their real shit. Everybody else they would get interviewed with or by talked about that type of shit. So you pick up a Don Diva magazine right now, 25 years later, and it's like 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be some shit you don't even know about the artist, and you know the artist, because we had different conversations. So I want to keep building that, keep building a platform with longevity and value. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, just keep on doing that, man. Keep on building like that, and trying to take our community in a useful fucking direction. Trying to take our community to a point or a place where we can start to actually act like a community. We're not a community right now. We don't have common unity. We don't have that. And there's a lot of other people outside of us that are feeling very emboldened, and they putting together. They clowns, but they putting together movements. So we got to get on it. We got to stop giving these people our fucking money. Like, what do you think about this dude Jay-Z doing this deal with, what was it, Target, with the album and the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt, knowing that we are holding those people accountable and we are boycotting those companies, like that company. What do you think that's about? What do you think that's about, doing shit like that? Like, he's well aware. What the fuck is that?
Business and opportunity speak louder than the people.
I mean, I think it's fucked up, but maybe I don't think it's fucked up for the reason that people might think. People might think I'm saying, oh, it's fucked up because he's not rocking with his people. But taking into consideration what I said earlier about like Indy Irie's response to what people were saying that she was doing in terms of Young Miami boycotting or whatever, and how she's like, no, I'm not boycotting because I'm not into telling people what they should and shouldn't do. I gave up on that. There was another sister who was also speaking on that same situation, And she's the one that said there will be, like I always say, there will be no collective salvation of the people. We're done. We've assimilated with so much destructiveness that we're done. What up, Ed? Edward Morning, 9976. Peace of the gods, Ed. He said Jay-Z is taking, what'd you say? Jay-Z is taking what? You know, the sister was saying, and I agree, practically, speaking and being honest, like there is no indication that we as a collective are moving in a maturing way, because firstly we're like a large group of children that grow old but never grow up. And you know how difficult it is to organize children. All right, everybody line up. Come on, line up in size order. Come on. Now you know you're taller than her. Why you standing in front of her like that, man? Like we're like that. And everybody fucking knows it. Right? So those of us who are not like that, what we do, we separate ourselves. So that weakens the collective, right? Jay-Z is taking care of Jay-Z with that Target move. No doubt. So those of us who have the wherewithal, who have the maturity and the intellect and the self-responsibility and the agency being that we have the ability to make our own decisions and not be moved like, robo sheep monkeys or robo schmonkeys, as I like to say. And, that weakens the collective, because if the best of us separate ourselves from the collective, then the collective becomes weaker, right? So unless the best of us can create our own collective, independent of what I may think is the majority, like if there's 42, 44 million of us here, I would say that there are probably maybe a quarter of us who are progressive in our thinking, in our behaviors, in our choices, in our ideas, right? And then, the rest, the majority, that's what it seems like to me. I don't know. I don't know how reliable that is. I'm sampling, I'm taking this from a small sample, the small sample being my own experience, right? So that's not and that's not how you determine statistical realities, by saying, well, based upon what I see, because you can see but so much, and you got two eyes, and you're going to be in one place at a time. Other than that, I think a lot of what we think we see is by way of these platforms. And I think that all of us have heard the term algorithm before, right? Right? We know what algorithms do, don't we? Yeah, they feed us more of what we look for. All right. So I get on all my algorithms, I get a lot of shit about Trump because I pay attention to, watch, read, tune into a lot of political shit. Right. So that's what I get all the time. And it's although I'm sure there's a ton of pro Trump shit out there, I never come across pro Trump shit, because the algorithm knows that I don't like Trump. So what does it feed me? It feeds me all of the stuff. It streams to me all of the stuff that is in line with what I already am interested in and already believe or think. And the whole point of these platforms is to keep you on them as long as possible. That's the whole point. That's how they keeping your eyes, keeping your attention and your energy focused on the screen when their product is on it. YouTube's a product, Instagram's a product, X is a product, Facebook's a product. the other shit that I got rid of as soon as that punk motherfucker Peter Thiel took over, or Larry Ellison, I'm sorry, took over. The other punk motherfucker. TikTok. All those are products, right? So if you are on them, they are making money. So to keep you on them, they track your attentions and then feed your attentions so that you will stay on there. So you see so much from so many different sources feeding you things that align with your preconceived notions. It gives you the impression that you are sampling from a broad spectrum. And in doing so, you're concluding something that is accurate based upon what you believe is evidenced in the world. And you're being manipulated. We're all being manipulated. Those of us who are not aware of that are being manipulated. I purposely seek out people who have opposing ideas, purposely, right? And that's to make sure that I don't get corralled like a robo sheep monkey and become a person who can't be objective, who can't make a decision or change my mind about something. Because all I'm seeing is things that are continuously feeding an idea or preconceived notion. That's how smart people come up with stupid ideas. I'm not trying to be that. I'm not trying to be that because I know it ain't going to end up nowhere I want to be. And I understand also that it's a self-imposition. It's a burden. It's a burden that I put on myself. I understand people like, well, why the fuck would you do that? For what? Well, you put a burden on yourself on, man. Just chill, son. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just play a video game, something, man. Just roll some shit. You dig? Like, pour that shit up, man. Like, yeah, that's the smart thing to do. But all you're doing is walking yourself into a dark fucking room. Hear me now. You're gonna believe me later on. But by that time, you're gonna be in that dark fucking room. You remember what happened in Goodfellas when homeboy thought he was going to get made? Nigga walked in there, it's like, yeah, fuck you guys, yeah, about time. They figured it out. Yeah, I'm the motherfucking man. Yeah, walk in the joint, say, hey, here I am. Oh no. Right in that moment, when he said, oh no, the bullet was already leaving the gun and entering his ear. I've seen it happen figuratively, of course, but I've seen it happen a lot. I've seen a lot of people come to the point of realization about, damn, I fucked up. But at that point, it was getting fucked off. It's like, don't really matter now, nigga. That lesson you won't benefit from. In fact, you are now the lesson. Yo, remember what happened to, yeah, man, keep that, don't, you know what I mean? Don't be that. So this is what it is, man. It's our third live and our first one. This is our first We Poppin' Sun live on YouTube. It will not be our last. We will continue to do this. I may hook up another phone and like do simulcast on the Instagram, maybe. I don't know if I want to work that hard. But in any case, this is our hour. It is an hour that we'll be doing this. We go over sometime, but not today. So where you at? Where you just got to? Oh, okay.
Just got to
Oh, the premiere. Oh, okay. That's what's up. All right. Well, tell everybody that congratulations, and I will that this goes wonderfully well for everybody, and more opportunities come out of it. And I hope this demonstrates for everybody that if we work together, we can actually benefit from our own creativity. So we don't need anybody to anoint us. We are anointed. You feel me? So yeah, they just have a good time, and everybody, y'all remember, man. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. All right. We are the We Poppin' Stuff Show. You can catch us on iHeartRadio, Blazing 420 WPAM, and follow us on Instagram. I am Cavario the Mind Plug. That is comedian Tom Mills on IG. And yeah, man, fuck with us. Fuck with us. You did. Son, I love you, man.
Love you too, Pop.
And for the rest of y'all, man, remember to think critically so you may live wonderfully. Peace. Now, how the hell you cut this shit off? Oh, you got to cut it off.
Peace. Yeah, see?